to think about that happy place in your life that brings pure joy. Without question, you go, I'm happy, motherfucker. White people, you guys can think about 1976.
Money trees is the perfect place for shade, and that's just how I feel.
Away! We're on the Money Tree podcast. We're in the shade of the Money Tree with the amazing, the great Robby Collins, bro.
What's happening, cuz?
Away.
Are you good?
Away. It's been a wild week for me. It's been fun. It's cool week. You finished from New York, bro.
Yes.
Finished from New York. How was it going over?
New York was amazing because it's the mecca for comedy.
Oh yeah.
It's just where you want to be as an artist, but especially as a comedian, because there's just shows everywhere. One street has 4 comedy clubs.
Oh yeah.
And it's one of those places where you never feel like you've quite made it. Like there's always another gig you're trying to get into.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's humbling, especially when doing comedy for me for so long.
Yeah.
It almost feels like you're starting again.
Yeah. So I wanted to like mention a few things about you. You've always been cool to me. Is that something that like you just always had?
I think my parents are like that in general.
Yeah.
There's always somebody staying with us who needed a month a month to get back on their feet. There's always that one person. And they used to come to the church. The priest was always introducing us to someone who's having a bad time in life. But so it's that, but it's also when I started comedy, there were people who were really nice to me.
Yeah.
Like people gave up their couches for me, you know. I used to come off the bus, Kaashif Stellenboom, I stayed with him, Tsepo Machale, stayed on Trevor's couch. Like there's people that went out of their way to make my journey a bit easier.
Yeah.
So if I can help anyone in that kind of way, make them feel like they mustn't quit, because comedy gives you a lot of reasons to quit.
Yeah. Show you flames.
Comedy will test your patience in life and how much you believe in yourself. So like when I can see there's a cool young comic who has potential, I always make sure like I'm there if they need me. In a way, like even if it's just simple questions, bruh.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. But thank you for that.
Yeah.
But let's be clear, there's some comics I don't fuck with. There's some young comics I'm like, oh, bruh, please stay in university.
It's not for you.
But yeah. Thanks for that.
Yeah, you mean cool, bro. And it's like it's a natural thing. It's not like it's forced or anything like that. Everybody that I know that speak of you very highly.
Short, bro.
Away.
Short, man.
I know that's weird to say. I keep doing that, bro. I keep complimenting comics and they don't know how to handle it, bro. It's like
because comics also roast each other. So you're always like, hey, this is gonna end. This is gonna end with
on
a
a
joke.
punch, bro.
Yes. So let me not just get too happy.
Whenever you come, I make a point to try and go to your shows because I always learn something. I always take something from the experience of seeing you like on stage or whatever. I know like when you're working on jokes and your new jokes, it's cool to see like the process because I've watched it. This is all new that you're doing.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, this week has been all new stuff.
All new. At all clubs, which is cool.
I like the club. I honestly consider myself a club comedian.
Yeah.
Who's made it in places that I didn't think. Okay. But I like the rawness of clubs.
Yeah.
It's honest, and it's also. I like seeing the process. Like when you see a person in the theater when the show is ready to be put
Polished,
out.
yeah.
It's dope to see.
Yeah.
And especially when they ride that wave and they know every in and out of the joke.
Yeah.
But I also like this thing is killing me. Sorry, bro.
That's true.
Can you put it there?
Yeah.
It's also, I like that thing of seeing how it's going to work out.
Yeah.
Like I really do like that feeling of I don't know, they don't know.
Yeah.
And today we're going to see. Like last night,
Yeah.
there were a couple of hecklers, and I realized in trying to work the show and work with the hecklers,
Yeah.
I was creating new stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that kind of stuff won't just happen if you in the perfect setting, like a theater.
Yes.
It's exciting in that sense, and also I'm very open to failing.
Yeah.
Like I put myself in situations where it might not go well, because I feel like as soon as I feel like I'm vulnerable to the art form,
Yeah.
that's when something special can happen.
Yeah, that's true. It's when you take chances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sometimes doing a gig is taking a chance.
With your life.
Sometimes like you walk into a room and you go, this isn't suitable for comedy,
Yeah.
but because it's so wrong, it might be perfect.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you're like, this is actually where I might find that next joke that I would have never written, but because of the environment and the difficulty of the environment, I'm gonna say fuck it. And when you, in life, when you say fuck it,
Beautiful things happen.
Yeah, beautiful
things.
what did you say? I don't. I'm just gonna be present to this moment. That's when magic can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's fun for me.
Yeah, that is fun. I wanted to ask if I can talk about what is it? Friday when we went to that. Is it the concert?
Oh yes, we can talk about anything. Yeah.
It was so crazy. We stayed at the back and
Custard teach.
And we couldn't see him. And Robbie came and told me, "Bruh, this guy should be performing on a jumping castle."
Custard teach, shame, nice guy, but it's like, the stage wasn't high enough.
Yeah.
So you couldn't see him. So you should have been on a jumping castle or a trampoline. At least let us see you every rhyme.
But it was cool. It's just I haven't been in a place like that in a while. Like it's like that. But it was fun hanging out with you. You cool.
Yeah, I realize most people I party with have a memory of me. You want to just do whatever. That's my vibe. Do whatever, be around good people,
Yeah.
and the night will take you where it takes you.
Yeah. But there's a thing with you. It's like you just have this coolness about you, and I feel like whenever I meet like a bigger comic that's been in the game for a while, they all just have this like cool thing. Is that something that you just were always cool, or is it something that developed?
I think comedians in general are nicer people.
Yeah.
Cause there's a I think.
Nah, but nice is different. I'm talking about cool, but
Oh.
you got cool.
I don't know. Yeah, Lois Ogola is mad cool.
yeah.
He's one of the older comics where I'm like, this guy is a cool
Yeah.
motherfucker.
You can just when you said to him, he's like, I don't want to say something stupid.
Yeah. You also, if lawyer hears you say something stupid, he goes, what are you talking about?
I told him, like, I didn't know he's that tall, and then he was like, bruh, I get that all the time, every day, and you decided to tell me that. I'm like, what's wrong with you, Kaashif?
Lottering's mad cool.
Yeah, it's nice also.
Lottering, parting with Lottering is also, it's
Experience.
it's one of those where you wake up the next day and you get a call and go, so how did you get home? I don't know how I got home, but how did you get home? Lars gave me that call yesterday. Hey, bruv, what happened at the end? I was like, no, I Ubered you home. It's fine. But it's cool. Like, my thing is, when you're in the right place, or sometimes you're not even in the right place, you're just open to a night.
Yeah.
Like, there's some people who go to a place and they're not playing their genre of music.
Yeah,
and then they're like,
fuck this place.
fuck this, I can't. They're like, no, bro.
Or it's not their people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
But like,
That'd
if
be
you're cool,
boring.
if you're cool, then you'll just chill with everybody, bro.
yeah.
I mean,
it's also like, don't you want to experience new things?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be perfect
away.
to my standards or what I think I want.
But when you got this, like, I'm gonna have fun tonight.
Yeah.
That's always the buzz.
But that's why, because we're doing 2 shows a night the whole week.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, I was like, no, I don't want to do a show. I want to have a weekend.
Yeah.
Like, I want to have I want to do things in the day. Because so many times as a comic, you got to stop your fun, or you miss out on a friend's party,
Yeah.
or because you gotta keep running away to a gig, and
Yeah.
then you come back after 10.
Yeah.
So,
And you
so
miss everything.
Saturday was a very much like whatever happens.
Yeah.
It was we were
It
very
all happened.
yes, we were very open to the elements of the world. I met people on Saturday. I made good friends on Saturday. and that's a cool thing about Cape Town because
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff in the CBD area, a lot of the stuff is on the streets.
Yeah.
So people walk past and they'll join you for like an hour or two and then
Yeah.
carry on their way.
To another thing.
You know what I mean? So that's cool. So you're just landing up with different people throughout
all the
day.
time. All the time. So, recently for you, like, you went on Netflix. Do you
Yes.
think, like you've been on, like, TV and Comedy Central, all the stuff, but, like, do you feel like, people knowing that you did Netflix, like, puts you in a different...
The Netflix has definitely become the home of comedy.
Yeah.
I think it used to be HBO where a lot of people did their specials on HBO.
special. Like Chris
So,
Rock.
Chappelle, everybody came.
Colin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Colin started.
Yeah.
The HBO things. So, when you're in the same realm of Chappelle and Cat Williams and those things,
Yeah.
by association,
Yeah.
your career kind of gets that extra bit of respect
Oh,
that you wouldn't just get naturally on local TV. Also, to be honest, local TV is very bad. They don't pay. Like Generations actors, Generations was the biggest show in Africa.
Yeah.
Those homies would fight for their money. So you're like, if those people aren't getting the respect,
Yeah.
you're like, who am I? I remember the first time I was on South African TV was Late Night with Khomotso.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember that show.
No.
It was on SABC 1, and they try to make it like one of those late night shows
Okay.
that they have in the States. And she's really good.
Yeah.
Problem is that in America, like in New York, I went to the rehearsal of the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
And people buy tickets just to watch him rehearse the show.
Yeah.
And then a new batch of people come in for the actual show, the taping of the show.
Yeah.
So I watched the rehearsals. And it's the excitement of people, especially adults. Late Night with Khomotso was shot on a Tuesday at 3 p.m. at 3 p.m. at the SABC studios. And the audience was school kids in grade 4 who were on a school excursion. And part of the school excursion was to watch a show being taped. Now you have to do stand-up to grade 4s. But they didn't understand the joke, so there's a belly on the side with a sign that said laugh. But now, you know how lighties laugh if they force a laugh? So you do a joke and you just hear kids go, ha ha. That thing was humiliating. Ha ha ha. Oh, fuck this thing, bro. Yeah, so I've had experiences on those TV shows. Even when I did Bantu Hour.
Yeah.
And I did my sets and they didn't press record. So I had to come out and do my set again to the audience and they knew the jokes. So now the laughter wasn't genuine because they could see how I was also upset that they didn't just press record, bro.
Yeah.
That's all you must
What they
do.
doing?
I've prepared. Just press the red button in front of you. So I had to do the jokes again to an audience. This time it was adults, but they knew all the punchlines.
Yeah, then it's...
You're just like, why am I doing this?
When you know, when like somebody asks you to repeat the joke,
Yes.
that's the worst, bro. That's the
Exactly.
worst.
That thing of repeat the joke.
This is the first time that's where the special, that's where the magic is. But the next time, it's not singing.
People can hear a joke twice.
Yeah.
Where, like, if they watch you and then they watch you again a week later and they hear one joke again,
Yeah.
they'll laugh at it and enjoy it. The third time they go, oh, this guy. Whereas comedy is the elements of surprise.
Yeah.
Music is familiarity. So a musician doing a new song is hard to watch because people are like, we don't know.
Not used to it. What's going on?
You can't sing along.
Yeah.
Like if you go watch Michael Jackson, you don't want him to do the songs he wrote yesterday. Like do
That's
Billie
easy,
Jean,
bro.
do Billie Jean, bruh. Don't tell me about the shit you taught last night.
Well, I want to say when we are in Makanda, do you know like they have like shows at 3?
It's Graham Sound Festival.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
people don't. Is
Graham
it
Sound
still
Fest-
called Graham Sound Festival? Or is it Makanda Art Festival now?
It's a national arts festival.
No, okay.
I think, but it's they changed the place's name to Makanda.
But it's one of those things that will always keep the name. as in, people always say Graham Sound Festival.
Yeah, they still say it.
Yeah. So when you're there,
Some people say it.
and some people also refusing.
Yeah, it's like
Some people make
Graham
it
style.
a conscious decision to not change the name in their head.
Yeah. So like they know the shows like at 3 p.m. or whatever, like in the afternoon, and it's like or 11.
Yes.
And then at those shows specifically, there was a lot of like school kids, bro.
Oh yes.
Like that just came like a whole class, entire class with the teacher and whatever, and it was kind of fun actually.
I've when I've done it before, like you say, those daytime shows, I've had a lot of fun,
Yeah.
especially high school kids.
Yeah, high school's the best.
Yes, high school's cool because they know a lot. They not. I didn't know that as much as what a high school kid knows when I was in high school.
Yeah.
They know a lot, but also don't know shit.
Yeah.
It's a mixture of they think they know the world.
Yeah. And then you can show them some flames.
Yes, so you can school them,
Yeah.
and they can like this. The thing with high school is there's some people in there already having sex, and then there's the innocent one who's never even smoked a cigarette.
Yeah.
So you're dealing with a bunch of different individuals. So there's ones who are going, we know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And the other ones are like, really? This is exciting. So yeah, those things are cool. The only problem is like a 10 a.m. show at the fest. Me personally, I just don't. I've done day shows like corporates and all those things.
Yeah.
But when the sun's out, it's another. When the sun's out and you're doing a matinee show like at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m.,
Yeah.
then it's different. And if you're in a theater that blocks out everything.
Yeah.
But those 10 a.m.s, you're just like this.
It's like nobody's coming to this thing.
It's very hard to talk about fucking.
At 10, bro.
At 10.
What I wanted to ask is, can you ask anything about like a Dua Lipa stuff or no?
No, you can, bro.
Oh,
we
wait.
can go anywhere. If it's uncomfortable, I'll say. But otherwise, go anywhere. And you're my friend, so it's fine.
Oh wait.
Yesterday, that chick there was a girl, not a girl, a lady, sorry.
Yeah.
Who was she friends with the one comic? She came with us
Yeah.
to play pool.
Yeah.
But she just kept trying to ask. She kept trying to do therapy on me. She asked me what happened. Yes, I tell her I was stabbed. And then she said, how am I in my heart after I got stabbed? I was like, this motherfucker.
We just trying to be out, bro.
I'm playing pool and chilling with my friends. I just met you and you're going to ask me this shit. She asked, like, did it affect me? I was like, yo, man, it did affect me, but, like, I'm not going to open up with you.
At the pool table.
At a pool table, and I don't know you. Now you're asking me all these personal things.
Yeah, we saw some characters. We saw a guy just sitting in the corner.
Yeah, it's characters.
Ew.
Yo, characters, bruh. Also, like, I feel like some people ask questions to strangers that I find very weird. And skinny people
Yeah.
always people always speak about their weight and
Yeah.
think it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you skinny, or people tell you you're tall, and you're like, I know this. This
Me, I go with Gola, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
and everyone's scared to say things to fat people.
Yeah. And they need it the most, bro.
They need our opinions the most. Also, people can be skinny and have like a sickness or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, not even skinny out of choice.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, like you just don't have appetite. Like me, I don't have appetite even.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many illnesses out there that can keep a person skinny.
Yeah.
Like, you never tell a fat person, yo, you're fatter. Dude. You're gone fatter, eh? I thought you were fat before, but now you're fat. You never say that shit.
Yeah.
So why must I listen to you? Yo, you're skinny now. So yeah, you can ask whatever, bro.
I was thinking like, how's it dating and stuff like that for you? Like
Dating?
Yeah.
I'm not dating anyone right now. Dating is, it can be tough, but I've also realized that I've also been an asshole. Let's not just blame comedy. I think I also went into every relationship not thinking it's gonna land up in marriage. It was always just like, this is fun times, this is cool times, but I was never like, this could be the one.
Oh wait.
And no disrespect to any chick that I've dated. It was just, I think I was not in the place of.
Yeah. You're not ready for that type of commitment.
Yes, I didn't have the maturity to understand the whole idea of a relationship.
Okay.
But it's like some been fun. Like my ex used to come to a lot of gigs with me. That was cool.
Yeah.
So and she understood it.
Yeah.
But then
She was nice.
Yeah, but then there's other times comedy is also a tough one. I think for any spouse, whether you're the husband at home and your wife is out gigging, or it's your husband out gigging, or it's your...
He's just out.
Yes,
Why is he out?
Yes, it's like it's a Friday. I know you're not getting paid at this gig. What are you doing there?
It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday also. What's going
Sunday,
on?
If there's no trust there, it can feel like there's an affair happening.
Yes, for sure.
And also, like comedy in the beginning, you're not getting any money.
Yeah, it's the...
So if a person doesn't understand that you have to do this gig to learn and shit like that, then they might be like, what the fuck?
But so I think it's like important. The hang's so important.
Yeah,
I don't
bro.
think people understand how important the hang is, because if you're around the people that you want to open for and they see that, okay, we can chill,
Yes.
then they'll maybe let you open. But if you're not around to even experience it,
That's the thing.
you're shooting yourself in the foot by going home early and not trying to be a part of the culture. And
100%. And there's always somebody who is willing to take your place.
Yeah.
As good as you might think you are, or as good as you are, you're so replaceable, bruh.
So,
Yo,
like this.
That's the thing. You miss your spot, someone else comes along, game over, dog.
Yeah. Yeah. You must always be ready for whatever.
Right, 100%. So it's one of those things where that I always also feel like I'm always one show away from my best joke I'll write.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you can't sit at home. I saw that in New York when I was there. It was 4 months, and I realized just from being present, if you've done shows, even if you're not on, just being around, and then there's always another comic like, oh, I saw this guy, put him on, or maybe not jump on tonight, but do the next show. Like, but that's from you being there.
Yeah.
No one's coming to knock on your door and go, where's so and so?
Yeah.
I've heard things about you. It's like if they can't,
you have to knock on the door. I think.
bro.
For like,
bro. There's always. That's why I like going to open mics when I can.
Yeah.
Because when you're doing comedy for long, you can feel like you're getting bored, or you're getting comfortable, or you're just kind of going through the motions.
Yeah.
Then you see a light, go on stage and rock the mic, and that shit opens up and reminds you why you want to do it. And that hunger comes back, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not only just being on. It's also that inspiration of like, if you see a kid who's on point and they knew, then they make you think like, oh shit, I need to give a bit more.
Yeah.
Those kind of things.
Away.
Because I think it's a two-way thing. The same way someone's reversing. But it's a two-way thing. The same way you'll get inspired by an older comic who knows what they're doing and they're killing it. Yeah. I think a new comic is also inspiring older comic. Just like reminding you why you do it. And
I thought I recently told somebody that I cried because they messaged me. And I made it super awkward, bruh.
Oh, did you tell him?
Yeah, bruh. I was like, why did I do it? And then I said, I'm sorry, I'm being weird. And then we just kind of, I don't know, it was awkward. There was like a 20-second silence.
Yes.
And then it was like, okay, bye. Like, gosh, what's wrong with you?
It's like, I know, like, when I hang with Trevor, like in New York, and you go to some restaurants. Yeah. And you're in places where you can't pull out your phone, like famous people are around. Yeah. And Trevor said to me a long time ago when he started bringing me around famous people, he's like, just don't pull out your phone, bro. Yeah. don't ask for that selfie.
Yeah.
Enjoy the moment,
Yeah.
make it a memory.
Yes.
You can tell your friends.
Yes.
But once you pull out and go, you don't mind.
Yeah.
Immediately they just go, so you're a fan. This can't be a friendship.
It turned into a fan.
Yeah, you're a fan immediately. They're like,
This is
okay.
weird etiquette that you have to have, but I feel like you have to have the relationship first, right? And then
What do you mean? The relationship with?
Then you can take the photos and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's always, I've always noticed like if you hang the whole time and you don't go for the famous person,
Yeah.
you make it a neutral. We're taking a picture together.
Yeah.
So if you're in a group of people and that famous person you love so much is there, don't ask them for the selfie.
Yeah.
Let's say there's been so much. Say it's been so much fun. Let's take a picture all together.
Yeah.
Make it a thing, and then the
Yeah.
person goes, "Oh,
It
yes,
feels
we did have
comfortable.
fun."
Yeah.
Even for them, they also go, "We had fun." Because otherwise, if you're super famous, I'm sure making friends must also be hard.
Yeah.
Because you also like, is this a friendship or
Yeah.
I'm gonna give my number and then they're gonna send me a proposal tomorrow about some shit. Like when I did Netflix, bro. I met cousins, eh? Cousins were coming out of the woodwork, dog, pitching nonsense, bro. My one cousin.
Because you work for Netflix, bro.
Yeah, but this homie, he's from Coxted. He
Yeah.
literally pitched me Uber. Like, this thing exists, my man.
Where? We are at Lello's. Is it Lello's? How do I pronounce it?
Yes. So it's Lello's, you perfect. Most people are like Lilo's. I'm like, no. So it's actually named after our grandfather, my dad's dad.
Yes.
His name was Raffaello. And then we
Okay.
called it Lello because everyone loved, that was his nickname.
Yeah. Okay.
Lello.
It's obviously Italian, right?
Yes.
Okay. See the Italian flag and
No, we're very proud.
yeah.
We actually connected to our father. So Scarpetta is our dad's restaurant.
And that's in Woodstock.
Yeah.
I wanted to go there, but then Frankie said, "Nah, come here to Lello's."
Yeah, it's lighter, brighter.
Yeah. And like I've been inside and checked out like the deli and stuff, and it's so cool. All the different stuff. There's stuff that I've never seen ever in your store.
Good. That's
Yeah.
the name of the game. Every day I spend hours and hours and hours like looking for people, as my brother says, he's my business partner, manipulating people, making people. I'm like, what do you do? Do you have a granny? Do you want to make me stuff?
Yeah.
Because our grandfather came here after the war.
Okay.
So he came here and he's Italian.
Yeah.
Then obviously now we're third generation.
Okay.
So we're trying to like uphold that like
Culture.
that energy, that culture, that like we don't want to lose
Authentic
that.
food, whatever, and it's authentic Italian stuff that you do,
Yeah.
and that you Scarpetta.
Yes.
I know it's very famous. I think I was talking to Dylan, and he was like,
Yeah.
"That restaurant is great. That's the best. I don't know what they make over there." So I really want to go, and I'm excited to like try some food and stuff. It's gonna be
No,
cool.
it is. I mean, my dad, he's got his own name, and he's called the Big Boss
Yeah.
for a reason. He's everybody's boss. He's larger than life. He's like the biggest. He's like me times 1,000. See, my brother's chilled like my
Yeah,
mom,
yeah.
and I'm not chilled like my dad.
Yeah. So in the kitchen is there a lot of
Oh my God, you have no idea. Like hand movements like this, but like my dad's
What
like,
are we doing?
you do it this way. I'm like, I don't wanna. Like I'm 32 now, but like I'm always gonna be daddy's girl. You know,
Nice.
that's how it goes.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, we joke. We say like we go to different restaurants and stuff for like family strat meetings. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna work out the strategy. Please, man, we just fucking fight and
Yeah.
scream and shout. Like we get to the end point, but like when people walk into the deli,
Yeah.
they say to me like, "Oh, is this nice?" I'm like, number one, if it wasn't nice, it wouldn't be
Be
here.
here, yeah.
Number two, you know it's a good deli because we've argued as a family over each and every single product.
yeah. Okay.
Good, bad, and different. Half the family wants it, half it doesn't.
Yeah. There's a lot of passion in this place. I
Yeah,
can see
no
that.
flip. Too
And-
much. Fire.
Can you tell me a little bit about like how you started with the daily and now?
Oh my God, it's actually hysterical. It's quite
So
funny.
just took
Is
into-
it on?
Into the mic.
So it's quite a funny story. Like the thing is, I'm a food stylist. I'm a self-taught chef. Grew up in the food industry. My dad had restaurants, casinos, bars, nightclubs, ostrich farm, you name it, he had it. So I always grew up going, I don't want to have a restaurant because I grew up in it. It's a hard life.
Yes.
You have to be, it's like my dad's everything, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful thing, but I never wanted it. I was a food stylist, food director. I
Yeah.
worked at like a big media company.
Yeah.
And then my brother was like, let's do a daily. My brother, the one who was like the fashion photographer, not like huge into food, he was the one.
Okay.
Do you need an answer?
No, it's just a message.
So he's like, let's do a daily. I was like, I don't want to. I'm going to quit my job, go to Italy, take Frankie with me before he got this job. And we were going to go. And now this is the best thing we've ever done in our lives.
You enjoying it? How long you been here? Like
November will be 1 year.
Oh,
So it's like,
it's been
so we opened on first Thursday, November last year. And
Okay.
then we're going to have like our birthday party will be on first Thursday in November.
November.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. And you've been doing well, no? It's been going.
We have been like, we were like, we're going to start off slow. My dad used to have supermarkets years ago, so
Okay.
he's friends with the guys from the Sea Point Spa. And they're like,
Okay.
you're going to start off slow, like, please. We opened up, we hit the ground running. And
Oh,
it's been such
that's
like
great.
you know what, it's like that moment when everything comes together.
Yes.
Like all my connections, my brothers, my dads, my
Yes.
moms, Frankie's,
Yes.
like everything that we've done in our lives, all the work we've done.
Yes.
As you know, like when you start in food styling, you started in photography, like you
Yes.
start from the bottom, now we're here.
I always say that like you have to be cuck.
Yeah. You got to be like
And
at
then
the
you-
bottom.
And then you'll see Lello's, and then you'll think, oh, she get. But no, you graft for a long time to get that that network. That yeah,
That's what I was saying now. Netflix just launched this pizza.
yeah,
Oh my God, it's so amazing. A chef's table pizza.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing out of it is like dough is like a baby, number one. I'm obsessed with dough.
yeah,
But the other thing is it shows everyone has their journey.
Yeah.
And like you don't just wake up one day and like have the success overnight.
Exactly.
You don't see the years and years and
Yes.
years of like
Yes.
failures, hardships,
Yes.
fighting,
Yes.
drama.
exactly.
Then you just see people like they're doing so well.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what they've been through to get there.
Is there anything that you want to tell people about your daily? And
I mean, like everything we've spoken about, I've covered it. It's basically like it's a passion child, and I think like our main thing is like doesn't matter what nationality you are, doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. This is a place for everyone and everything, and we like everyone is accepted, and we're just trying to keep that culture and move it forward.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Did you ever do sports?
Yeah, I was a rugby guy.
Rugby.
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
And then I broke my face. I broke my face, bro.
What do you mean?
I tried to tackle this guy, and then he went lower, and my face went into his shoulder.
Shit.
But like, I was going for attack like hard, and he was like running at me hard, and it's like into my face, concussion. I was out, bro, and then I broke this here,
Damn.
the zygoma. Oh, yeah. And after that, I don't know. I started being scared of making tackles. bro.
Yeah. That's why when you see a kid skateboard,
Yeah.
it's far easier for a kid to learn to skateboard than an adult. Because a kid, you're not thinking of you're not thinking about what's going to go wrong.
Yeah.
You just do a trick and you go. It's like when you get on a skateboard as an adult, you're thinking like, hey, that rock, the cement don't look right. You're looking at everything, bruh. Taking precautions on everything. Because
Yeah.
I played cricket, soccer, athletics. I did high jump. I was very sporty.
Yeah.
And then,
But didn't you have like a record or something for high jump?
oh yes, I still have the under 15 KZN high jump record, 1.85 meters.
Under 15.
Under 15. I was killing these
Bro, I
motherfuckers.
promise you, when that thing is here, no, I can't do that thing, bro. How do you do that?
It's named after, I forget, that jump. Because before in high jump, they used to just jump straight.
Yeah, they used to do that. When
Yes,
stuck
they
their
call it
legs.
scissors. And
Yeah.
then some guy invented this jump. You get up higher.
Yeah.
So that was cool. But then I remember I went to SA championship, whatever thing, in Germiston. I struggled so much because I was barefoot. I was doing it all barefoot.
Okay.
And the track is rubber,
Yeah.
which is fine in the heat. And I'm from Durban. So the humidity and the warmth of the track makes it fine for your feet.
Yeah.
But coming to Germiston, where it was cold in Johannesburg, I remember I jumped that my heat was at like 4 p.m. and the sun it's getting cold. Yeah, I was freezing there, bruh. In between jumps,
still
I'd
that-
put on
that
my socks. I'd put on socks. Because my mother was like, because I was fit from playing soccer and just like other sports.
Yeah.
But then my mom was like, I'm not, because athletic shoes are expensive. She's like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you're taking this shit seriously. I'm not buying these shoes just yet. It's fine. So yeah, I did that. And then
Was that how, did you get that record at SA schools or
it was the KZN Championship.
KZN
Yeah,
Championship?
And then whoever wins whatever running or whatever thing from there, they go to the SA one.
Okay.
And then it's like all the provinces. And I remember being blown away. I was 15, Germiston, first time like away from home without my family.
Yeah.
And the Western Cape team was sat next to the KZN team on the stands.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, like, that's where like the family or audience, whatever people come to watch, they're on the other side. And the runners from the Western Cape was so beautiful, bro. I was not cared about this thing at all. I was not cared about the high jump, bro. I just remember trying to talk to chicks. The ladies they were so beautiful, bro.
Yo.
Fire. But it's so weird, like when you're with athletes, because you're staying in a dorm and stuff.
Yeah.
And the sprinters, the sprinters in the showers would be there like the night before, shaving their legs. Dude, and I was like, this is
Did you do that stuff?
not a
Shaving
fuck,
it?
bro.
You're not a swimmer.
I'm jumping. I understand why sprinters maybe feel better because of the speed they're going. But for me, I was like, I'm not doing this shit.
Did it teach you anything, like doing sports? For me, it taught me a lot of like, you will always be cock when you start.
Yeah.
But if you keep practicing, you eventually...
Yes, it taught me about if you neglect a thing, anything in life,
Yeah.
relationship, your body, whatever, it's gonna fuck out, or won't be as good as it should be, or what
Yeah.
you would like it to be.
Yeah.
That's what I saw, because it's like comedy. I'm always on stage because I know I will only get better or find the next thing when I'm on stage.
Oh, yeah.
I can't sit at home in my room and write the next joke that I
Yeah.
think will pop.
Yeah.
It's like if you watch Cristiano Ronaldo, I don't think he practices a bicycle kick.
Nah.
I think he
even
practices the fundamentals on the field. But because he's always on the field and he's always there scoring goals, his body automatically just knows what to do
Yeah. When
to
he's-
go into that bicycle mode.
Yeah.
That's from him just being on the field all the time.
Yeah.
It's like it's the consistency. My friend David Kubuka, he said to me, like, if you look at the bottom of a waterfall, you see broken rocks. And that's from water consistently dropping in that same point of that rock
Yeah.
until that rock breaks. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like if you're doing that and you consistently add a thing, whatever it may be, eventually you're going to write that better joke.
Oh, yeah.
You
You
know?
be better.
So it's small things like that where just be in the right place for it.
Yeah.
It's like when people call themselves, like some people, I feel like social media does that. People want to do many jobs, and there's a lot of new jobs that have been created because of social media,
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's also a lot of people who put down professions to fill their bios, but don't
Yeah.
actually do the thing.
Do the for real.
So it's
Or
like
try.
you did comedy twice. Now stand-up comic is in your bio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or you didn't even go on stage yet, but you already
Yes.
stand up.
Yes, it's in your head.
Yes.
Right
and,
now,
then, and then you're giving advice when you come to shows.
I understand manifestation 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm with manifestation, but I'm like, there's manifestation, then there's lies. let's be honest here. Manifest fucked up. I'm with the manifestation.
Yeah.
I always say that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, every morning I do a whole thing, like it's meditation and prayer, and there's manifestation all in it. But
Yeah.
it's just quiet time, like a good 10 minutes to
Yeah.
start the day.
Just refocus.
Refocus and do it before you touch your phone.
Yeah.
Because energy is a thing. If you go on social media, whatever day you having,
Yeah.
now I'm gone. I'm reading your shit and I'm taking on your energy.
Yeah.
And then that person's energy and all these other things. And you can forget, but how am I feeling right now?
Yeah.
Or how am I going to tackle the day?
Yeah.
So like before I go on social media, I literally have that 10 minutes of just
Still.
and switching off everything. And
Yeah.
then I'm like, okay, cool. I can look at my phone, see if they have missed anything or whatever like that. Because also, have you ever woken up and then you've missed phone calls or you've missed messages, and you wake up and then somebody's been trying to get hold of you, or they're trying to get you to do something, or they're asking you for something,
Yeah.
and you check your phone, and then immediately you've taken on whatever shit that
Yeah.
was happening there,
Yeah.
and now it's kind of eclipsed
What you're about to
what
do.
you're about to do, or what you were hoping your
For the
new
day.
day would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
definitely.
those small things that that can fuck up your day, because it's like energy is a big thing, and people's energies help you
Yeah.
and make you feel better.
Yeah.
And then there's also ones that are just like,
Yeah.
no, no, this isn't good.
I just wanted to ask, your favorite show. Like, you must I know you had like crazy show. I mean, you've been all over the world, and I just wanted to find out what, your favorite show. Like, what is your favorite show experience?
Yo, that
And where
changes all the time, bro.
is it?
Yeah, like.
But is it one that's like, yo, this is memorable, or like, do you know when you go back and then like, you just cry?
Yeah, there's some shows there's lots of shows I think about where I go, I can't believe I've done that.
Yeah.
I was thinking about when I came back from New York, I was very depressed and down.
Yeah.
And then I realized, like, oh, this year's been very good. This year's actually been very good.
Yeah.
And it's getting better and things are happening.
Yeah.
But it took me a while to realize that I'm actually in a good position.
Yes.
Because you can get comfortable in your depression. I'm not saying people who are depressed or suffer from depression
Yeah.
or lazy or whatever, but
Yeah.
when
Do something about it.
sometimes things can be so overwhelming that the peace of just staying at home or laying in bed the whole day and shit like that,
It's what's
can
needed.
it's what's needed.
Yeah.
But you can also get comfortable in that position.
Yeah.
And then after a while, you're like, hey, man, I need to get up and try.
Yeah,
otherwise this is too much. And that's a lot for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know? Like, when you think of those things, I think back in the day, if somebody committed suicide, the church wouldn't bury them. Do you know that?
Wow.
I don't know if it's the same in Islam, but like Christianity, you wouldn't get a burial in a church because you committed suicide.
Yeah.
And it was seen as like acts against God and
Yeah.
all that shit. And I think over time, people have realized that people who commit suicide aren't weak people.
Yeah.
Like, you've thought many times not to do this thing.
Yeah.
Like, you've showed a lot of strength. Because I'm sure a person doesn't just get depressed and sad and go, hey,
For
today, immediately.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a
It's a
boulder,
process,
bro.
yeah.
And it's a lot of speaking yourself out of a thing.
Yeah.
You know? So it's actually a very strong thing to do. So what I'm trying to say is, like, being depressed, it's a lot of effort, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, there's people who move around, they shower and go to work every day, but they're fucking hating their lives.
Yeah.
But you gotta get up and go. Hey,
Sometimes it's just a change of routine. Like for me, I also was down and out for like a while, also recently, and I was just like, fuck it, but I'm not focus my energy on something that's going to benefit me, and I just did that, and then just kept graphing at that, and then slowly things started happening again, and try
yeah,
Try.
It's trying, and
try your best also.
but it's change of routine, but I think it's change of mindset.
Yes.
Yo, because the mind is a motherfucker, bro.
But
The
do
mind
you ever
will-
feel like you can fuck yourself? It's like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not this, I'm not, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
the way you speak to yourself is so important. I've been in that where I'm like, I'm nicer to other people than I am to myself
Yeah.
in my mind, and that's
Yeah.
a tough thing, because like you
You
can
are
be,
on yourself.
yeah. which being hard on yourself when it comes to, hey, I want to get this thing and I'm
Yeah.
gonna work hard at it,
Yeah.
or the practice of something. I think sometimes being hard on yourself in that sense is
Yeah.
good, but being hard on yourself on how you just speak to yourself generally.
Oh, yeah.
Like how do I look in the mirror, and
Yeah.
like even if you're trying to lose weight or put on weight or whatever.
That's why it's also like, okay to tell people like, hey, don't put that in my mind, or don't put that out there like about me. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's not what I
There's people who say some shit and I go, actually, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Like,
Bounce.
Yeah, this. Like, I think also that thing of being polite and stuff doesn't mean you must just listen to people's shit.
Yeah, bro.
Because also the older you get, the more you realize how so many people don't know shit that they're talking about.
Yeah.
But they say it with the right amount of attitude and confidence that makes you feel like you don't know what's happening
Yeah.
in your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you ever spoken to somebody who's freestyling bullshit? And just because they're saying it with the right amount of enthusiasm, you're in it, bruh.
You know what's
you're in
even
it.
worse? It's worse when like you tell this person something and then 2 weeks later they tell you that. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Like, I can't believe you're telling me this information I gave you back. I remember before I did comedy, because I dropped out of school, right?
Oh wait.
Then in the process of dropping out of school, because I'm a single mom and she had 5 kids just raising with a teacher salary.
Yeah.
And if you know anything about teacher salaries, they're working for fun.
Yeah.
So then everyone else educated. One sister was at Oxford. My brother, head boy, studied overseas. Like everyone else is like there. But my mom was wise enough to know that her kids aren't all the same and not everyone must be pushed in that same direction.
Yeah.
So obviously she tried to get him a chick, because I think a normal high school diploma is it's not a bad thing to have. And then I told her when I dropped out, I was like, yo, I want to do comedy, man, and I'm just wasting your money and shit. So she's like, cool, you're not going to sit at home, you're going to do things, get a job or whatever, but you're not going to just sit here.
Yeah.
And I do all these small jobs, and I look for shit, and then I went to 2 like this. I didn't go to this, they said something about marketing or whatever and sales.
Yeah.
So I go to this house in Durban North, like close to Amschlanger. And it's this white dude at home. Like, he comes to the gate barefoot. And then it's myself and 3 other ladies. And then he plays the video. I don't realize it's a fucking pyramid scheme.
It's like Amway. Okay.
Yo, bro. It's in his lounge. While the video's playing, his wife comes home, and you can see she's just fed up with this. You know that when a person, when you greet and they go, ah.
This is your new recruit.
I've seen this over and over. And it's that type of thing. It's people talk bullshit, and I know I was also very young at the time.
Yeah.
But the way you watch this video and the way the guy speaks to you about how you can do this, and it's all these fucking people testifying and saying how they've taken their family on holidays from this thing. And then you look around the house and you go, so if I'm part of your pyramid scheme, because now how you bringing me in, look at where you living and how things are going. This is not happening anytime soon. I'm not going on holiday anytime soon. When last were you on holiday? Your wife looks exhausted. This woman is not rested at all. So then you're just like, it's that thing of like, advice is cool and all that shit, but depending on who you hear it from. Because also there's people who actually can give you great advice and have not done a thing. But they're aware of life and how...
Yeah.
Like, there's some people who can speak on a thing without doing it, but tap on the right parts and give you the right things. And then there's others who are just like bullshitting.
Well, what I've noticed is like somebody that's mastered something, they give you good advice, bro. Like, say you like mastered, like...
Yes, anything, yes.
Anything, bro.
Because you know how life... Yeah. Yes,
they struggle to master it, and they understand that process. So...
Yeah, I feel like I've given advice to people in ways that I don't know what the fuck they do.
Yeah.
But I know how life works.
Yeah.
Well, I'm figuring out how life works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're right. If you've mastered something... Also, the other thing is sometimes the thing you want the most isn't for you.
Yeah.
Like, some things people try and pursue in life isn't the thing. Like, you know Usain Bolt used to run 800 meters. And he was good, but he wasn't that great.
Yeah.
And then his coach said to him, why don't you try the 200 meters? And he fucking killed it. Then he said, oh, let's try the 100 meters. in practice, he ran the 100 meters. The second time he ran it in practice, he almost broke the world record. They're like, okay, stop with the 600 meters.
Leave that.
Hey. I think we got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So also you can be failing in life or things not going well, but like
But you're not in the right lane.
You're just not. You're doing something you think you're meant to be doing, and that's one thing.
Have you ever had the thing where you do something, like you're not doing the thing that you want to do, but doing it allows you to do what you want to do.
Yes.
Like your side hustle.
Yes.
It's not your main hustle, but it's what you want to do.
100%.
Like I had that with comedy, where it's like this was my side hustle, and in order for me to turn it into a main hustle, I need to treat it like it's my main thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like it's that level of, imagine it, dating. Like, you go on a date with a girl, go on a date again, you chat here and there, and then it's still fun because it's easy. And you can't also put the accelerator on to making this thing like, you're not my girlfriend yet.
Yeah.
But it's that period before. But we know that we haven't said it yet.
Yeah.
But I think we are dating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then eventually you go, yes, actually, let's just work. It's that kind of thing where you... Because you also can't do it too soon.
Yeah.
Or you can do it too soon. I know people have just started dating from the go and still together, bruh. So
Some people just like quit their jobs and just start
Just go.
doing
Like-
stand-up and stuff.
When-
But it's not, I don't know. Would you advise that?
I did that. So I worked a bunch of jobs.
Yeah.
I used to work...
I mean like no job. You just do stand-up.
From the first show I did, I didn't have a job.
Okay.
So as soon as I saw that there was a comedy gig in Durban, a stand-up comedy gig in Durban,
Yeah.
bounce, bro. Like I'd wanted to do stand-up from 13. As
Yeah.
soon as I saw that there's a gig,
You were there.
I was like, enough, thank you very much. And also you don't know because you just think I'm going to do a few gigs, someone's going to see me and then I'm going to become rich and a superstar. You don't realize that there's a fucking process
Yo,
that you have to go through.
the process of,
And everyone's process is different.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things you have to do yourself.
Yeah. But the process of like any art, I feel like it's so introspective. So you have to
Yes.
look at all your faults and like as a younger person, was that like hard? Like when you started young.
Yes.
So was that hard like for you? Or was
To
it
what?
just like because you're naive and young,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
just go?
There's a dude, I did Kitcheners on Tuesday before I flew to Cape Town.
Yeah.
And then the guy said, he said to me, Rob, how do I do comedy without doing this? So I was like, what do you mean this? He's like, I really am charismatic and I'm funny, but I don't want to do this shit. Like, you didn't want to, we were saying I don't want to do club gigs. I
Yeah.
want to just be in theaters. And I was like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And it's the first time I've told somebody you can't and you're talking shit because I was like,
That's not how it works.
you'll be the first to ever do it. And I doubt it.
It's, was you the greatest comedian in the world?
Yes, I'm like, everyone you might look up to in comedy did the gigs and did the
Yeah.
open mics. No one started there. So I was like, I said you can't do it. But I was like, if you do it, I'll tell you now, you're the first to do it. But I guarantee you can't do it.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
there might be like some exceptions like that just get that lucky break and it's just like theater
But I think
a
there's,
year in or whatever.
there's exceptions to people who climb the ladder quickly.
Yeah.
But you can't,
You can't fake the funny. Bro.
unless you got a fire TikTok account that I
Yeah.
don't know about.
Yeah.
And you have fans already and they're going to come out and see you without you ever touching a comedy club.
But
I do not
I
see
feel
that
like
happening.
your act will suffer. You won't
We'll
be
be
that
shit.
fire.
We know
yeah.
we should.
We've seen
I'll
them.
tell you
We've
now.
seen you guys.
There's a dude in New York at the Comic Strip Comedy Club.
Yeah.
That's where Comic Strip. That's like where Seinfeld and Eddie Murphy started, and they both. Eddie and Seinfeld both started on the same day, same show at the Comic Strip
Yo,
in the
that's
70s.
crazy.
It's crazy, like two powerhouses of comedy
Yeah.
on the same show, started at the same time. And I go to that comedy club when I'm in New York,
Yeah.
and there's this Italian kid He's there with like a table full of people, and he's very well known on TikTok to the point I think he's got like over 200,000 followers.
Yeah.
And yeah, people. He's big. He's a big deal.
Yeah.
And he got on stage, and I've never watched his videos, and I also do acknowledge that social media comedians, TikTokers and stuff are really funny.
Yeah.
Like I've seen some fucking
Funny stuff,
some shit. I'm just like, yo, this is brilliant.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between being a social media comedian and a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
A stand-up comic and a social media comedian is a different thing. It's both comedians, but a stand-up comedian is the whole stuff. You know that.
You start in front of people. It's a
And
live
it's live,
thing.
and there's no editing videos, and it's very much on what you can do, straight up, off the cuff.
Yeah.
And I saw him, like, when he went on, people were excited, because it's that dude from TikTok, and he was doing 15 minutes. And after maybe 4 or 5 minutes, it became awkward. So I felt sorry for him.
And
I
he
didn't
didn't
know
have
him,
to
but-
deal with it.
Yeah, and I also know I could see how he carries himself like he's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, I'd love to have said something to him, like advice,
Yeah.
but I was like, that's not my place.
Yeah.
But it went downhill.
Yeah.
Because it's another element, man.
Yeah.
It's like, do whatever you do on social media, but this art form, you're not going to walk in and
Yeah.
and act like it's nothing.
Yeah.
This thing will test you, bro. That is not the same.
Do you know the first time I met you was at Nomad?
Probably.
Yeah, that Nomad.
Yes.
And then I remember you were going on after me, and I was like, but it's tough to follow me. But I knew that you knew it as a joke.
Yes.
And then I died, bro. I died like so bad. You came on and roasted me for like 10 minutes.
Did I?
Yeah. But I deserved it. I was cocked. You know what I mean?
I yeah.
And then, but you know what was cool? It's like after that I came to you and I spoke to you, and then you were just cool about it, bro. You weren't like you
yeah.
didn't keep on roasting me or
Oh,
make
no.
me feel bad or whatever.
You know why you gotta do it, and I've done that many times.
I've seen some great Robbie roast, bro. You.
And once I went for Jared Pillay, bro, when he was doing his Indian Jesus thing. I don't know if you're there that day. He was
I've
dying,
heard the
but
stories, bro.
he kept saying Indian Jesus, and I was like, no, man. I've roasted, but I always let people know, like, you know, like, I'm not trying to kill spirits. I'm just
Yeah.
going, some of the shows you do, and you go on Lost,
Yeah.
and you just sing bomb after bomb after bomb. And then you walk on stage, you're like, these guys have been very patient with everyone.
Yeah.
I've got to be on their friends and say, let's acknowledge this shit we've seen.
And I was like, oh, you think that's okay? It's not okay, bro.
It's like some of the shit I've seen, I was like there's something really funny watching a young comedian who's watched TV
Yeah.
and they've seen a lot of comedy
Yeah.
and they have an idea in their head of what this thing is and they have all the hope in the
Yeah.
world. And then the art form goes, nope.
Yeah, bro. I just want to say, like, thank you so much, bro. Like, you were cool, bro. You've been cool to me. Like,
No problem,
it's
bro.
always been love. And whenever you're around, I learn so much, bro. I learn so much.
Thank you, bro. Also,
And
you...
it's not like I hardly ask. Sometimes I would ask,
Yeah.
but it's just like seeing you around, seeing you move. It's so cool to see, like all the stuff that you do. So it's so really inspiring for me as a young comic and somebody that's I'm not with the same age, but as a young guy in the game, it's coming up. It's so cool to see, bro. It's like, yeah.
It's cool to see somebody who's interested in the thing.
Yeah.
Like some comedians, and I think I've also felt guilty of this, where you can, comedy can be a party.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is a party, but like sometimes, like if the show don't go well, I'm like, I'm not partying. I'm not like I'll chill later.
Yeah.
But there's nothing to celebrate.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Like, look, I can give all the advice, but at the end of the day, your journey and your experience in comedy is gonna be different to mine. We might have similar stories or the same stories.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to make decisions in your own career for what's better than you. I think it's everyone just finding the right altitude to exist.
Yeah.
Like, not everything's for everyone. So you just got to figure that out. Once you figure that out, you find your own lane, then you just got to stay in that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Because otherwise there's too many voices. So even when I speak, it don't mean I'm right as well. It's
But like, just this guy. But just the way you move, so graceful, so cool.
thank you.
Bro, it's got cool. It's got cool. And it's been inspiring, bro. Like, to see you like in New York at the cellar, like, that's, I think, every comic's dream. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, you are around and you actually engage with everybody in Cape Town that does stand up. I don't know how you in Joburg. I haven't been there, but I'm sure everybody that comes from not once, bro. I haven't been on a plane.
You lie.
I promise you.
We
Bro.
need to change that, bro. We need to definitely change that for you. Okay. Yeah, we got. Okay. We know it's the next step then.
I'm coming to Joburg.
Yeah,
I'm coming
yeah.
to Joburg. At least by the end of the year, I'm making a plan to come to Joburg.
Oh,
and
wait.
just try a few spots and see how I do.
Yeah, let me know. Okay.
Oh, yeah. But thank you so much again, Robby.
My brother, anytime, dogs. Anytime, my brother.
We out.
You got that scary white boy face. You that white neighbor when you see them on the news, they kill their family. Of course. That guy was very quiet. He just was walking. That guy never saw him with shoes on. It was beautiful. You probably got all the screens, not just one computer, all the screens. Yes, you're playing Minecraft and fucking Call of Duty on the side. You got that's that guy, I can see. And he still got an account at the fucking Mr. Video. You give me that energy. And you're a very patient woman. And your friends keep telling you, leave him. Your friends keep telling him you deserve better, but you're scared of him because he locks the bedroom when you're asleep. And you can't leave. Go safe, be kind to each other. Yeah, that's all. You guys be fun, God bless.
Money trees is the perfect place for shade, and that's just how I feel. Now